Hey, I'm here. I was just freshening up. How is everybody? Jingus, you made it. Can't wait to show you what we did this morning. Hey, you guys are normally late. I'm surprised you guys are like on time. What, by making me do banana packs? Is that how you're gonna punish me? Hey! I made myself a smoothie. No, you aren't. I'm on the second story. Don't use that information for anything. Hey, Jingus. Glad you're here. Let's see where we're at right now. Of course, we need to run the server. Oh, I wanted to change my shirt because it's like crazy. I know. But that's okay. I'll show you what I did. You can also watch my videos. Hey! Everybody's here. It's going well. I just started. So you can do you can run around. Oh no. That is kind of enough information. You had a therapist? Well, that's good. It's good to look after yourself. Okay. You basically, the animations sync over the network, kind of. Because your mom's worried. Should she be worried? Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Wait, okay. The progress is going well. Please don't stalk me. Oh, wait. I'm getting mixed up on who said what, but... Yeah, I know! You didn't catch that, did you? Because it was last night. And this morning. What we're gonna work on today is we're gonna make it so that all the physics stuff syncs over the network, so that we can drive cars around and the cars are in the same spots, like they should be. I know, this is kind of social. I like it. It's nothing if not social. That's the whole point. And then try to enter the car with one player, move around, and then enter the car with another player. I can do that just fine. I should be able to, because the cars are client side. It's literally just syncing the positions of the players. So you can drive. These are two separate cars. They're two separate worlds, but I'm just syncing the position of the player. But I could probably make one guy sit in the back of the other guy's car. Okay. So now we need, oh shit, I meant to think about it more. So I thought about it a little bit at work, how we were going to host the physics server, or host the physics from the server, and then all the clients do stuff with that. Holy black magic. It's holy, what you meant was HOLY. But I didn't even notice. I kind of thought it was just like one of those meme words that you just mess up on purpose. I mean, just a little bit. Never mind. Let's do the networking. So, I spent a lot of time, holy moly. No. Genghis. Don't be silly. We're not making fun of you. Okay. You're part of the family. We're not gonna make fun of you. We're just going to discuss what's on our mind. Yeah, it's turned a little orange and a little bit chunky, but I think it's still good. It's a little chewy. So, so what we're gonna do today is we're going to, what? Okay, you guys, okay, I can't pay attention to the chat because you guys are crazy. You're not crazy, you're discussing different things. Okay. So we'll have, okay, wait, I'm gonna reference the script that I had before, because I've done this before. Let's reference it and then let's do it better. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. No. I was looking at a script and it didn't make any sense. Let's just... physics. Okay, actually, what I was thinking at work was that you could have your you could have the I'm thinking about this. How are we going to achieve this? Server. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out because I'm going through like 5 different ways to do this in my head, and I keep changing my mind as to what we should do. Because I'm looking at this code and it's not compatible with what we've got right here. I'm just trying to figure out how the basic idea of how I did it. Or I could just say, screw it, let's just do it over the server, and then we will then we'll fix it so that we can do it locally. How are we doing it right now? So the level manager will load the level on the server, and will also load the level. Then we, I know, I was dragging that up. Wow. Oh, you guys. So we've got dynamic object, which is basically the root of all of our physics stuff. What if we just, instead of making it a dynamic object, we make it like a server or object or whatever? You guys know how it goes. These beginnings, the beginning of the stream is always a little bit, how are we gonna do this? And then we pick it up. Instead of what, do what? Instead of creating a, well, okay, so I changed around the player class quite a bit so that instead it doesn't have a root, or it doesn't have a super class of, it's not a subclass of character, right? It has graphics that we update and do stuff with. So I'm thinking maybe instead of, because I can't do that. I always have to just think through it. Do you want me to draw it out for you guys, or do you want me to do it the way that I do it? Either way is fine. So it might be a little slower if I have to draw it out. So either way, the player's physics Okay, you want me to draw it out for you? All right. So we have a server. That's a circle. Servers are circles. And it has an S on it. Now the server, humble. No, hey, I'm just saying it doesn't really help all that much yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I wrote the code. I can obviously see how it would help you guys. So we've got like a physics simulation, right? And it's got a bunch of objects in it and they're all colliding and stuff, right? And we want to control some of these objects, and we'll say that so there's like a level, right? There's a box in this that just looks like a circle with poop in it. So we'll call it. We'll say this box is a collider, and it's in the physics simulation on the server, right? It's been instantiated. It's got a space that has objects in it. So that when something collides with this, it'll respond and then it'll reposition the other collider body. On the other hand, we've got clients, and the clients have the same colliders in their physics space, right? So they can collide with it, and it's nice smooth physics, right? So the player can go and they push into the box and they get pushed back, right? And it's smooth the way it is now. But when you have another player trying to push on the same box, they're moving in this direction. Well, you want them to be pushed by you, right? You want them to be, you want these two shapes to collide, right? But how do you do that? How do you do that, right? So you send your position to the server, and it's like, okay, put a kinematic body here, right? So it's being pushed around, or it's not being pushed around. You're controlling its position directly. But since you're running the same physics simulation in the client side, this will never send a position that's inside this box, right? Because you can't get there on the client side because you're being pushed out. You're running the same level. You're running the box is still there, right? But when you send this one, you have two kinematic shapes that are colliding, and they'll generate a collision. Kinematic. Should they be kinematic? I feel like they should be kinematic. Yeah, they should be kinematic. I don't know. I don't know how to make that analogy. I don't know what this is like. It's well, no, it's not like that. Oh. Well, I'm thinking like, I don't know how to make an analogy that isn't extremely confusing. Just, so we've got, right now on this end, we have a collider, right? And you hit it, and then you send your position, and your position is going to be in the place that you are, and you can't go into that collider, so it's not going to send a position that's inside the collider, right? So your position is going to be synced up with the server, right? And since you can't go in an object, you won't be inside another object in the server, so you don't even calculate the collisions on the server. So the only reason you have this collider on the server, so it's exactly like what we've got right now, in that you can't go inside a wall. So we start up 2 versions of the game. I think the server is still running, so I think we should be good. Yeah, it is. So this, you see the guy on the right screen. He's colliding. Well, shit. He's colliding with the wall, right? And he can't go through the wall. But not because this version of this guy is colliding with the wall. It's because this version of the guy is colliding with the wall and he's sending his position to here. So why would this guy go through the wall? He wouldn't, because you're sending your position. The guy in this guy that you see here, oh, now he can go through the wall though. That was a good example. Now he can go through the wall because he's just sending his position. And on this end, the collider doesn't exist in this space. This end it does, but it doesn't matter because he's sending his position. But when it does exist in both spaces, then no physics anomalies will take place, right? Does that make sense? So when it only exists in one space, then you can go through walls, right? You can go through them just fine. But when it exists in both space, you can't go through this wall. Like it just, because there's no reason it would. Does that make sense? So well, okay, so the problem with hosting 100% of the physics on the server is that you could be in this game, and you'd be like, oh, and you go really fast, you could just go through the wall because the physics, like the lag on the server isn't gonna allow for an accurate simulation, right? So you need some like local side physics. And that's fine. Like we already handled that. That's okay. What we do want to sync up though is the dynamic physics that change. Right? Like this helicopter, you can push it a little bit. And you can fly it around and it moves and it changes positions. So back to our god-awful drawing. We understand that these colliders take place in both the client side and the server side. If you run into this, then there's not going to be any anomalies. It's going to send it back to the other side and you're going to be fine. But in this example, both players can go into the same position like they can now, right? So, and that's perfectly acceptable, right? So you send it and you can go into the same position. That's what's happening right now because JPEGified. I have not saved it and I do not plan to save it, but if I save it, it will be JPEG. How about that? Userman2, have you been here before? Have you been on my channel before? Okay, so what we want to do to fix this is instead of like, I think I remember you a little bit. Your username. So to fix this, we don't want to host like a collider for both people. Well, wait a second. Maybe we could. Actually, that would work. 2 mods for every 50 people. I think I have like 3 for 38. Okay, so what we want to do, and actually, I think if you had a kinematic collider on the network player, you guys are just regular viewers, so I just made you both mods because you're cool. just shush, I'm trying to explain something. So if we have a kinematic collider, okay, so we have a kinematic collider for the net player's position. Okay, that's fine. We can do that client side. But when it comes to like the dynamic objects in the scene, like the helicopter and the doors and the cars and all the stuff that you can push around, you want both people to collide with that. And you want it in the same position for both people. Even if it's a little laggy, it'll be the same, at least, right? And it might be a tiny bit laggy, but I think it'll be all right, and it's the best you can do. You don't want it to be different for both people. So, and I think that's what you're saying. Oh no, because it's the dynamic objects that we're really worried about. The stuff that you want to be able to push around. That needs to be synced on the server. And it's a lot easier to do this than, because you want them in one physics space. You don't want to like try to sync up the objects over the server, but also have them like pushed around by each player. You don't want to like figure out which one's the right one, right? So you just do it in one space on the server where everybody has kinematic colliders. I think it should be fine. So, I guess to start, we'll set a kinematic collider to the net player, so that you won't be able to push through them all the time, right? And then I would say that might fix the player-player collisions, but it's not going to fix the helicopters and stuff. So if we just go to net player and drop in some collision, self-dot collision, is that what I called it? I'd like to name it the same. Sure. Okay. Collision equals dynamic object. Well, actually, is it a dynamic? It's not a dynamic object. It's gonna be its own thing. No. The server right now tells the other player it tells the client where all the other clients are, and that's not terribly inefficient. Because we're doing it whenever you move or whenever you turn. We're sending like your angle and position and your animation, but only at the most necessary times. And then we're lerping. No, I know. I need to change this. It's not taking up a whole lot of network by doing that. So it should be fine, not physics, PyMonk. So I'm just gonna spawn my own collider because I don't. PyMonk dot body. Well, I know we need to set the position. A collider equals PyMonk dot circle. Well. This is... What did you forget? Actually, we could probably do this. Wait, if we just... Nice. Machine learning is fun. It's interesting. So we're gonna just go ahead and do it the same way that we do it for the player. but we're gonna set the body type to kinematic so that we can set it regularly and not have to worry about wonky physics and velocities and stuff. And if nothing is played, then the program didn't work. So figure out why. And you got it. It's an interesting project. So self.collision.body, and then I forget what the exact body type, I think it's body type, yeah, equals PyMonk kinematic. PyMonk.body.kinematic. Yeah, okay. And now, instead of just setting the graphics position to the position that we receive, oh my god. I hate when I do that. I always think that I'm gonna go back and fix all these weird list comprehension baloney, but sometimes I just don't. Self.collision.body.position equals new position. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. Should have a height as well. I need to spawn the collider. And I'll do that the same way that I do for the player. Set the radius and the height. That'll be good. Oh, all that's animation stuff. And then we'll see what else do I do in the player for the collisions. We spawn ourselves at a certain position, but we don't have that information yet, and we're not going to remove the collider from the space, so we need to add it though. So self.app physics space add self.collision. Well, actually, that'll do it by itself. Position is, let's just say 0, 0. And it has a reference, cool. So let's see how this works. And then we'll go from there, I guess. Did it crash the last program? Did I? Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. I set it to a 3 new position 2 because we're using 2D physics. To simulate this. So we need to be careful about sending PyCharm or PyMonk 3D coordinates because it only receives 2D coordinates. There we go. Okay. So now we can bump into the players. And you can push them a little bit, which is kind of cool. And that's kind of like, that's pretty much okay for the... Oh, hey, and now, I mean, it's not going to be accurate, okay? It's not going to be accurate. But this kind of works somewhat. Yeah, see, it's not going to be accurate. This is why you have an app. This is why you have an app or a physics space on the server. Right? Yeah, the animations are kind of synced. The general animation is... So we need to run a physics simulation on the server, which isn't terribly difficult. The only problem is that if you want to play single player, you don't want to have to run a server to play single player. So you have to find a consistent way to like route that information. But these physics running into the other players, I think that's just fine. Like just having a kinematic body on the network player. Use an internal server for single player. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. Is that we're just gonna use like a pseudo server that you have. Whoa. Okay. That you that's not actually running over the network, right? Obviously. We want set standing. And then what was the other argument we sent it? Set standing shape. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but this should be pretty stable. I don't see this being glitchy at all. If we do a server, I mean, if we do a like single player internal server, I don't see it being glitchy. It's about as glitchy as it is right now. It's just routing the same functions. Should be fine. What's my streaming thing? What do you mean? Oh, a Streamlabs? Okay. It's Streamlabs, that's what I'm using. Oh, there's always going to be weird glitches that happen. It's just a matter of solving them. So let's start by trying to instantiate some sort of physics object over the server. And does everything use dynamic object? Let's just make sure that everything uses dynamic object, because I feel like that would be a very good... So vehicle does, vehicle does. Is there anything else that we can push around? Doors. Doors I do not believe have dynamic or use dynamic object. We want doors to be synced over the server as well. So we want so okay, you want to go back to the drawing part? Maybe this will help. So we've got an object in here and it's sending its position and it's saying, okay, sync me up with this. So when a player walks into this position, they don't collide with anything client side. But when they send their position to this, the kinematic object starts pushing this collider, and then it sends its position and it says, okay, I'm here now, right? When the player's here. And at the same time, this will be synced with all other clients as well. So that you're not pushing the object client side, you're pushing the object by sending your position to the server, and it's like, oh, this needs to be pushed. The one problem with this would be that no objects have any resistance. You can just walk and they just fly out of your way. You can solve that though if you say like, oh, you want to slow down when you push an object. So like if the server says, oh no, your speed is lower because you have some resistance, you can just slow yourself down. And you're just manually doing that. So you can sort of control like the mass of the object. And then, so that should be good. So we've got like a network prop, and it doesn't have any physics. It's just a model. It's just a model. Okay, that kind of helps me. So I'm explaining myself through this, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know my rambling process. So it's just a model that has the ability to be synced over the server. And then on the server, it's just a collider that has an ID associated with it. So when we want to send the position of the collider, we'll send it to the right object client side. So how does that work in single player? I guess we'll have like a server, right, with all of the object or all of the colliders and stuff generated on that. Because then we'll use the same exact system for collisions. Maybe that's better. Maybe you want it to be consistent. Because it does... it will not feel perfect, right? Because you're just adding resistance to an otherwise resistanceless collision, right? Because you're kinematic, you're just pushing the object out of your way. But instead of having these functions do this, we'll just receive the object's position directly. Let's not think about that yet. I'm sure it'll clear up in time. So we will have some sort of like, we've got the levels. Maybe we should simplify our test bed. So all of the physics colliders need to be instantiated on the server, because, and only because, the dynamic objects collide with them. Because you can push a car into a wall. Or you can hit a wall with a car. I don't know. Ooh, that's going to be interesting too. But it's got to have some client-side physics, because when you're driving a car, you're altering the velocity. Right? So you can't exactly like... You can't exactly simulate that server side. Or you could. But I don't know that I would want to do that. Maybe when you're driving a car, the body type changes to kinematic. Wait, but it doesn't have a body. Okay, that gets a little complicated. When you're driving a car, specifically. Because what do? You're not pushing it. You're altering its velocity from the client side. Maybe we should just ignore that for now. Let's just ignore that for now. So, we've got... Let's get the doors working, because you can't drive a door, and I think that's simple enough. So let's go on to the server. Now I'm gonna look and see. We'll get it done. I know we're gonna get it done. It's just a matter of how much hair are we gonna pull out in the process. Okay. Let's try right now just going into the server, starting up where's the server? We'll instantiate some sort of collider, right? And then we'll sync its position over the network, and we'll see how that works. We'll do a server hosted collider. I don't know how you call that. And we'll just spawn it as an enemy just standing there. So physics or server physics. Oh, I can't listen to this song. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna mute it. Do you guys like this song? I don't know what it is, but right now it's on my nerves. So self.space, it's pymonk.space. You like it? And we'll add an object to the space. So we'll say equals imonk.body circle so we'll just try to push around the same object that's being synced from client to client. And it's got a radius of 5 units. Okay. Thank you for that. I'm gonna finish up this screen. Send that to me on Discord. So now we're going to go into the app and we're gonna update the physics every frame. And then when we receive a command to move the player or network player, we will add client. imonk.body body type equals imonk.body.kinematic. Okay, and then collider. I don't know how thick the player is. Do the same with that. Radius is 1. Oh my, that's gonna be, that radius of 5 is gonna be crazy. But it's whatever, it'll be fine. Awesome, thank you. Space.add body collider. And then whenever we add a client to this, or whenever we receive like a new message from a new client telling them to instantiate something, then we'll add a kinematic body that is then to be controlled by that client. Clients, and then colliders, I guess, or objects. The key will be their ID, and we'll ignore objects for now, but we'll say self.clients client ID or connection ID, I think, to be no, I like client better. Client's client ID equals body, and then we'll add it to the space. So when we want to move the client, we'll just say self.clients, client ID, okay, are you sure it's on copyright? Okay. Okay, that's better. I like that. Oh, and we need to do 3D physics on the server as well. So trying to think through this, because I think this is a lot more complicated than maybe I'm just doing it in a terrible way. Because I definitely want there to be dynamic objects. I want there to be something to push around. Okay. Okay, this is our player. I'm gonna look at how I did it on the other. Okay, so let's take a little trip down memory lane and let's find the game that I wrote before. Crashed. Oh, port 8000. Okay. I know, it's irritating, but it's just. So this is the server. It is exactly what. It is a 2D representation. This is what PyMonk sees. And when we join in the game, it crashes. Oy. I know, I'm sorry, but it's I need to get this straight in my head. Oh. Okay, well, at least you're not yelling at me. I don't know why this just immediately stops responding. But you see on the server, it spawns a circle, right? I know, 600, woo. I know I was waiting for that. You didn't miss 500, did you? We kind of blew past 500. It's not even giving me an error message, so I don't know. But if we shut down the server, I think you might have. So it does, well, it doesn't spawn the objects. Are we running some process in the background? No, I think we're good. $500 views, woo! So this is the server we want. Is it gonna work or is it gonna crash? It's gonna crash. Doesn't even give me an error. It just crashes, it just flat out crashes. Starting Twisted Reactor. Does that happen before? Alright, whatever. I know how, I'm gonna look at the code. So, this is what our application looks like in our example. So, we've got a physics space, and actually, so we've got, wait, that's not. In our application, we have a physics space. Where is this? It's just a regular physics space. This is a different application. They were different versions of each other. This one's, I believe, the most stable, and I think it's the only one with multiplayer. And then we have a network manager. And in this version, the application handles all the commands from the server, which I don't agree with. We have, I think I just didn't, I wasn't too concerned. We have props. That are client side. So we instantiate everything. We try to connect to the server. We instantiate all of the static objects in the scene. And then we receive messages from the server. Ooh la la, what? So prop if object ID is less than 0. So apparently I made the object IDs for props negative and for players positive, which is an interesting thing to do. So they're treated basically the same. I think it's terrible. Oh my gosh. Streamlabs is so iffy with the viewer count. It says 0 right now. Unless you guys all just left. Okay. It is not organized. We all left. So we have props as a dictionary. So I had that idea here. We get the prop. If the prop doesn't exist, we add prop. Oh, add prop. New prop equals client prop.prop. Prop.prop. We add the graphics. And then we save it. So it's just, is it just graphics? It is just graphics. That's what I was proposing. Okay. Now, NetPlayer. NetPlayer apparently doesn't have a collider either. But I think that we should have just a kinematic collider, which that's irrelevant. We have setup instructions, probably just like the position. Set target position. And then I was sending integers instead of like a floats. Because I figured it would save even the littlest bit of network, right? Or efficiency on the network, right? Then what? Set up canvas. Okay, so I basically okay, spawned a prop. Then I move the prop. Move NetPlayer, okay. So this is just what we've got right now. Wait, what's new? The server has physics. Okay, it's kind of exactly what we're doing right now. I'm thinking we're just gonna set the position directly. Let's just. I don't know where the server physics are in this other example. Physics, self-taught physics. Oh. Okay. All right. I think I figured it out. So, since the application by default has a physics engine in it, right? Or like a physics space in it, right? You can either instantiate objects on that physics or using the server, right, with server commands, or you can just load the level yourself and you can load the physics objects directly into the physics engine. So you just don't have any physics or server props. They're just two completely different things. Well, I erased my other example. So they're just two different objects. Either you're loading the level from client side or you're loading the level server side and sending all of the arguments over to each client. Okay, so this will be the load level code, right? And we'll say body equals body, collider, this will pick up, we'll get in the groove here in a second. Spawn prop, okay, self. I haven't heard of that. And then self dot objects -1 equals body. Awesome. You want to send me a link? Just send it in the chat. So spawn object, and then we'll go into the server. Let's ignore all of this. Self.physics equals server physics server. So, excuse me. Now we'll have. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. I need to invite you. Server app. Okay. Okay. So, when a new client connects, so right when the server starts up, it should load up a level, right? So self.physics.spawn object. And then when somebody joins the server, I'm gonna make a backup of this real quick. So when somebody joins a server, we'll send them all of the prop locations. And then we'll say message plus equals
and now, good night. The end of a perfect evening.
Ugh. But it needs to be... Oh. It's like the same exact thing as a regular physics in the game. Like, all this code is necessary.
Thanks so much. I had loads of fun.
So did I.
Good night, Eddie.
Night, Ann.
It's gonna be a process. Like, it would be hard enough. It might be simple in 2D, but these 3D physics are too much to like code again. My day? It was okay. I was thinking about this for a portion of it, and the other portion I was thinking about honeydews and peppers. It's a very small portion. Can we skip this for tonight and work on other things? Because I want to think this through a little bit more. Maybe run a few tests, like a smaller example. Or do you want to see that? We can skip it, because I'm a little bit let's do something fun, shall we? Because this is beginning to not be fun. I'll figure it out, I'll have some aha moment, and then it'll be fun. Do you want to or banana packs? You want to do banana packs? You want to do a particle system? That might be interesting. I don't know how to do a particle system. We could probably manage that. This music is interesting. A particle system? It's just basically like little billboard sprites that you, they won't have physics. We're not gonna make them have physics. We're just gonna make them maybe spin around in circles a little bit. I think we can manage that. I think I'm done with all this server stuff. Maybe we can set up we can set up the online multiplayer so you guys can play with me at some point. But let's do particle systems. I want to just switch off of this because this is stressful. I hate doing like really technical stuff like this just on a whim. I want to have a game plan before I start it. So let's skip the server physics for now. Let's just make sure our application still runs. Okay, and the multiplayer should still work. It's just not gonna sync up the cars and stuff. So that's alright. And that's not multiplayer. Doesn't really matter. We're working on a particle system now. I should change the title of the video so people don't come in and then get disappointed. We'll Twitch. How does that sound? Does that sound alright? Yeah, it sounds alright. We all agree. Oh. Edit. Yeah, the first hour of the first stream that you watched, you requested particle system. Okay. So, okay, particle system is like a billboarded rectangle, like just images, and maybe they spin, maybe they have transparency, or maybe it's like smoke or something. Particle systems. So we'll have a particle, and we already have, we need like a separate shader for it. We need a separate shader. Because I want to do it in 3D and then just billboard it. Nope, I forgot to send the link, was perfect. Sended isn't a word. Sent is a word. S-E-N-T. Oh, were you not actually asking? That's... You got a surprise English lesson. Scented. Is that to the... Oh. So... No, it's not. Those are weird. Those are the things in English that don't make any sense. Okay. Let's not be sagging down in our chair. I'm gonna have back problems. So let's just or we could do it in 2D. No, because we want it to be like, we want it to be able to go behind 3D objects. So it needs to be a 3D object in itself. Let's just do rectangles and then ignore the billboarding. No, but they're in a... You have like clipping. They have depth. It's not just like a post-processing thing, it's during rendering. That's what I mean. Ugh. Give me sass about it.
Like the good, the bad, the ugly. Break it rolling through your hood in the caddy buggy. Butter softy leather, floss and fatty juggy. Always threw me off when she told me.
What are we listening to?
I'm like
Sounds like Biggie Smalls.
I guess it's better than some funky socks. You need to get her some skips before she gets the monkeypox. She wanna hear the beatbox, take pills and make fake krills to sheetrock. Sing it.
Oh, you did send the
laboratory while he's in his oratory, glorious like a horror story.
Okay, you already sent. This is the playlist. That's the same link. It's the one we're listening to.
He said, blessed be the Lord, who believe any mess they read up on a message board. If so, I got a bridge for the Lolo. Them tight fools go stitch to the popo. Here, orange meal else for the whole tier. Feel like he been going the whole
Yeah.
came home to old gear. It was the
I just tested it and it was like, oh, this is the same one.
He plead the fifth and sip wine stiffly. Patiently come up and
I had gotten it already.
gift with the grind, criminal mind, shifty cat. 9 through a 5950 hat. You hear it when you meditate in deep theta. Let her hate, a creep plater. Dedicated cheap skater who keep data. Stay well self-medicated to sleep later. Side effects is similar to sugar pill. Nobody go next on the mic, he put a booger ill. Made his exit on some caramel. This egg on the regs for the kegs of the vomit.
Or we don't even have to do anything in the shader and we'll just like... Translate. Jeez. Mesh. Models, rectangle. And then we'll set the texture. Okay, right now we're only going to have one texture, but in the future, this approach isn't going to work. Because for one model, I'm caching it, and the texture is universal. It's saved to the mesh, so when I reuse the mesh, we'll have the same texture. If you change it, then all the other textures are going to change because it's using the same mesh as well. And this isn't even the right project. So we'll say What in the world? Okay. Midnight? Oh, you guys are 4 hours ahead of me. That's crazy. And then we'll have, I guess we need some sort of I live in Washington State. London? In London? You know where I live. So... what just happened? I don't know what happened with that music, but I live in Washington State, yeah. It was literally, you knew that. Not in DC. Not like where the president lives. It's Washington State, like on the... Okay, anyway. The game manager will have all the particles, or we'll have like a particle manager in the future, but let's just say self.particles equals, we'll add it to game objects. They're different places. That's the difference. But we need to instantiate it. Thank you. Feel like I was pretty accurate with that. So we're going to say test particle equals particle. Holy moly, let's not import everything on one line. I don't actually think that's proper syntax. Wait, I'm just gonna... There we go. Stop confusing everybody. So anybody who is here that is new, we're making a game. We were doing networking for a while, and I got stressed out trying to sync all of the physics over the server. So we've decided to do a particle system.
And now, good night. The end of a perfect evening.
It's not the end. It's the beginning. So we're doing a particle system now. Well, scene.add. And also, you're free to talk. Anybody who is new, no, you don't have to. You're leaving? Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Thanks so much. I had loads of fun. Good night, Lily.
Bye, Pluto. Good night. Good night. Good night. Tomorrow's stream is going to be in the middle of the day, so if you got time, you can catch me from 9 to 2. Adios. Have a good night. I'll see you later. Okay. So if we're gonna add it to game objects, we need a spawn and a despawn method. Or despawn. I think just despawn is necessary. Okay. And so let's see how this works. We'll just stop. Just debug baloney. It's not graphics, it's graphic data. That's what I called it. Didn't I call it rectangle? Oh, I didn't export it. Okay. Export it. Done. And I also didn't unwrap it. Does that matter? Unwrap. And I'm pretty confident that that is probably gonna unwrap properly, so I'm just gonna not even check that. There we go. It's spawning. I can see it kind of. It's horizontal. Oh no, Pluto left! We're doing this for him. Pluto wanted us to make banana packs. So when you thrust with your jetpack, bananas spit out, and it's not going to be a permanent thing. I mean, maybe it will be, just for Pluto because he's been here so long. Where did what banana? What are you talking about? I mean, I was gonna make a banana, but I don't see it anywhere. It's a hypothetical banana that could take place at some point. So now what we want to do, oh, and we could do like trees and stuff in the distance. So we're going to make it so that make it so that it billboards to the camera. So I am going to see if I can't go into the renderer and get the inverse view matrix. Holy moly. So we'll say renderer.fbo.inverse view matrix. And then we'll multiply by that. Will that work? Renderer. FBO inverse view matrix. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to happen every frame. It's kind of my concern. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it needs to be a render context. It would be renderer.fbo, and it's app. There's no way that this is gonna interpret this command as a transform. Maybe we should just do it entirely in the shader. I don't really like that idea. We could just do it 3D. But I wanted to do a proper particle system. Well, okay. We could just set the rotation to something universal. I need to not have my phone on here. Just a second, sorry. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to solve this problem. Because some days it's just easy and we can do it easy, but some days we start hitting walls. And I want this to be one of the days that I break through that wall. You know what I mean? So let's just start off by not billboarding it to the camera and just having it be a thing in the world.
I'd like to.
Will this work? We can do that. So now when we update it, let's have some sort of update method. We'll have it, let's have it fade out over time as well. Will a color command work? So if we do color and then set the alpha to 0, will the banana disappear? I wonder. Oh, and we also, if we don't have a syntax error. Okay, it does. So we can do like a fade. Is it gonna look like garbage if we? Nope. Okay, so let's do like a fading effect. Okay, there we go. That's manageable. I can't do ukulele or rap right now. Cannot do that. So we're gonna have a position and we're gonna have a velocity. And that's all our particle is gonna be. And this song always freezes right here. I think it's just quiet for a certain amount of time. Okay, I can't, I'm sorry. No. This is Indiana Jones shit. I'm not even gonna deal with that right now. Okay, this is making me feel a little bit better, just how ridiculous this is. I'm like on the other side of being so stressed that I'm just laughing, and then the music just... Let's just keep going. So it's self.position.x plus equals the velocity. Fuck. And then we're gonna do some y. I don't even, you know what? It's helping me not be so freaked out, so I'm just not gonna take this seriously right now. Holy moly. Fade timer equals 1. And now we're gonna subtract. So if self.fade timer is greater than 0, then self.color A equals fade timer. And then we're gonna subtract delta time. Oh. I am a little bit shy. So dumb. Okay. Now else, we're gonna remove it, and it's so loud in my headphones, and I'm at the minimum volume I can possibly be at. Like, this song is just blasting. Like, how loud it is for you is not nearly as loud as it is for me. Okay, So if we let's just keep this going. And then else pass, we're gonna remove it from the particle manager thing. Oh yeah, we need more arguments. So go to level manager. Holy moly. And we're going to set the position to 10 in the Y, and we're gonna make it go down in the Y, and that's it. Boss fight song. Okay. We probably needed to move faster. So it should like start off in the air and then fade out as it moves down, but it'll only take a second to fade out. So I'm gonna say delta time times 0.1. So it'll take 10 seconds to fade out. Oh wait, there it is. There it is. I'm gonna rotate it as well, just so it's vertical. And we also, well, I guess it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter that it has backface culling on, because we're going to be billboarding it at some point anyway, so like you can't see it from this side, but you can see it from that side. It's fine. It just fades into the earth. So we're going to spawn 10 of them. Okay. Maybe if we just spawn them at the rotation that we want them to be, or like, so that when we're moving, when we're like using our jetpack, they spray out the bottom, but we'll like face them towards the players, so if they turn around really fast, they would disappear. Or we could just make them on the y-axis spin towards the camera. That would be easy. Oh, that would be super easy. Let's do that. Let's do that instead, temporarily. So yeah, let's keep it easy. So we'll rotate around the y-axis. So if you're looking down, you won't see particles. So what? Or we could rotate them twice, so we can have a pitch and a yaw. Just like the camera. One step at a time. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. So, self-dot rotation angle Or I guess this is the yaw. Angle equals self.app.renderer camera yaw angle. Okay, well that's not what I wanted. And they're also way too close together. I want to just say X. Let's do. Let's do. Noise. Okay, it's the opposite, so it needs to be negative. There we go. That looks kind of cool. That looks almost cool. That looks almost nice. Except it needs to like rotate with the pitch as well. Let's do that. Oh my god, that worked out so much better than I thought it would. Okay, we can do billboarding, but like pseudo billboarding because it doesn't actually. I guess it does. I'm going to rotate the model in Blender because this is annoying to work with. I don't know if that's going to be accurate, but we'll see what the result was. Okay, well, we're going to have a pitch, so pitch equals that. Okay, well, pitch needs to be negative as well, I guess, or positive. I don't know. Oh, cam yaw. It's doing it based on the yaw of the camera. We don't want that. Cam pitch. Okay, so I think it needs to be positive, and I think that these also need to be reversed, or I didn't rotate my model correctly. No, they don't need to be reversed. Let's ignore the yaw for now. Or, yeah, let's ignore the yaw for now. And we're just gonna do pitch. What? Oh, I did it reversed. Silly. Who was this playlist made for? Who on earth was this playlist made for? There we go. Look at that. They're billboarded. I just imagine what it would be like if somebody joined this stream right now. I'm gonna cry. Oh, okay. That is so fucking dumb. Okay. So, now we need to make it so that you spawn particle effects when your player is flying. Is my face red? It feels like my face is... I'm not embarrassed. I just think it's fucking hilarious. It's so dumb. Might replay this song. What is this? Okay. You have it. You sent it to me. It's the most random shit. Okay, so when you're holy moly, when you're flying, okay, do jump, perfect. When you... I know I have code for, like, if you're jumping. State timer. There we go. Right? Yeah, so right here. And we'll spawn... It's... No copyright music, free audio library, and it's their complete playlist. I kind of like the random songs. So let's just toss in this particle effect into the player. Yeah, this might not be what you sent me. Not seeing. Okay, so we'll spawn it at our position. And we'll put it as a velocity of just -1. Or we'll just set it at a velocity of 0. So it spawns bananas on our position. Like a lot of bananas. Let's also not scale it. Let's just... Whoa, where did my mouse go? Okay. Press some really weird PyCharm shortcut. I know, right? This is the stupidest shit. Okay. Now we'll only do this if you're... What is he saying? If your power-up time is greater than 0. So that basically just means that you're in your power-up state. So you won't do it just on a regular jump, you'll do it on a power-up jump. There we go. Holy moly, stop. Oh my god. Okay, now we just need to randomize it a little bit. Okay. This is such a weird song. This is just weird as a song. I don't mind it, but... Okay. Let's just do a completely random velocity. You know what, I can do what? Ooh, yeah, dying. That needs to be done. Like death animation. Okay, let's see how this looks. That looks like that looks terrible. Let's multiply that by something. We could also make it so that they move slower the longer they are in their cycle. So move really fast. No, I don't really do memes. They're actually not working out too poorly. If you look closely at it, you can see that they like clip each other out if they're right beside each other. But I don't think that's like such a horrible thing. So I'm gonna spawn it not at my position, but at my jetpack's position. And I'm gonna randomize that just a little bit. So, holy, this is so loud. Let's just say let's just spawn it a little bit above our like lowest point, centered on us, and then plus like a little bit of a random value. Let's say like times 0.5. Wait, random.random is a value from 0 to 1. So maybe we should just make a function, like a utility function for the randomness of it. Hey, what's up everybody new? You guys are just lurking out there, aren't you? Random value, I don't know. That's fine. And then we'll do like a factor. And then we'll return random.random times 2 minus 1, and then that times the factor, and then we'll have a random number between. -1 or negative factor and factor. And that will make our dude. Okay, I watched it. I don't think that's as stupid as this music though, right now. Till.random value 0.5. So that'll be a little bit easier to work with. And then we'll do the same thing for this, except their velocities. So we're gonna do them a lot more drastic. Let's do like 4. So we want them to just spray all over the place. Okay, now let's see how it works. There we go, kind of. It seems like they're all like in a straight line for some reason. They do. Why is that? And that is way too high on my body for that. We could also do like a smoke effect off the helicopter or something. Yeah, they're definitely all spawning in like a plane. Random value. Am I only adding, wait, maybe in the particle I'm only adding to the, yep, there we go. Okay. There we go. Now they just spurts bananas all of the... Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Who wanted this? Wait, Pluto's gonna flip his shit when he sees this. He's gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna hit the jetpack. He's gonna be so happy. Okay, I'm gonna spawn it behind me a little bit though. That, it will blow his mind for sure. We need to spawn it a little bit behind us. And I'm gonna say, well, okay, what's our angle? Are we calculating our angle, like the radians and stuff at some point? No, we aren't. So we'll say radians equals self.rotation angle divided by 57.3. X equals the cosine of radians. We have math in the player class. Yeah, we do. Awesome. And then y equals, wait, do we need y? We're rotating a point. The cosine of radians times, I cannot concentrate. I can't do, just a second. Okay, so we're gonna do times the x offset and then the sine, and this will possibly be negative but I'm gonna ignore that for now. And then the Y offset is nothing. Actually, this will be fine. Times distance, which is like 1, so let's just ignore that. Let's just say X and Y, and then we'll add that to our graphics position X. And then we might as well just add the random value here, right? And then we'll do the same for Y. And then we'll just rotate it around depending on where it spawns, because I'm not sure if this is going to spawn behind us or what's going to happen, but oh wait, so if that graphics rotation, there we go, saved an error there. This song is a little bit too... Okay, so that's spawning to our right. Let's just switch the sign. It's probably going to be negative sign because cosine was positive, so I'm going to say minus. Spawning behind us. I think that was how that. There we go. Okay. But the random value seems to be working a little bit funky. Oh wait, let's try it while spinning. It might spin in the wrong direction is what I'm thinking. In that case, we just multiply everything by -1. Or is it fine? No, it's spawning in the, yeah, it's rotating in the negative direction. So we'll say wait, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So we'll just switch these then, right? But don't make it negative because negative will reverse the direction. We want to do negative. Oh my god. Okay, never mind then. Let's just say rotation angle plus 90. I don't know which way that rotates in Kivy, but we'll see. Okay, well it's spawning on my stomach, so minus 90. There we go. I think that's working, right? It's not really enough. So times 2. Okay, and then we'll add a little bit to the Y. We should be good. plus 2. And we just need it to be on the jetpack position, and then we'll be good. There we go, that works a little better. Still looks like it's a little bit offset for some reason. No, I think it's just because the top of the banana is to the right side of the image. Maybe I should actually make a banana model. That wouldn't even be that bad. Like, we wouldn't even need to do a particle effect. There's kind of no point unless we're trying to save like triangles. I don't see why not, right? This code would work with a 3D object. I don't know. I don't know what this song is. Okay, let's make a What does a banana look like? I guess we have a picture. Okay, whatever. Apparently there was an error while opening the file. I guess this isn't a particle system then, so let's just not do that then. That's fine. That's fine. Our banana system is fine. Can we just return, so if we go into the shader, can we just return nothing as the fragment color? I think we're using a simple. What if we just don't assign frag color? Will it stop the, like, overwriting the transparency? Right? Oh no. No, it won't. It just does something very weird. Okay, fine then. We'll just not. I wonder if the bananas, if what they look like in our shadow system. When we have shadows enabled, I wonder what the bananas will look like. I think they'll probably just be rectangles, right? Yeah, they're just rectangles. That's alright, that's kind of cool. I kind of like the low resolution shadow map. This actually adds a lot when you're like jumping around on platforms. It's really glitchy. But they actually, now that I look at it, it doesn't look terrible. When you're running around on the ground, it looks terrible. Wait, it shouldn't be dark if it's not outside. Wait, just a second. Wow, we just lost like all our viewers right when I started messing around with this. Minimum. Okay, else. Let's make theta 1. There we go. And then also if else theta equals 1. There we go, look at that. That looks much better. But I shouldn't do it based on depth. Oh my god. That's a banana. Okay, got your picture of the banana. I see where you got it actually. Wait, let's say the times away. Let's not do that. So I think that this will just make the shadows just based on depth. Oh, maybe not. Oh my god. Factor is greater than 0. Oh, that's based on the normal. There we go. I think that might be, nope. Wait, if it doesn't pass this... I'm just gonna say else. If it doesn't pass any of these conditionals... then it'll, That hat is terrible. The shadows are freaking out now. I don't remember what I was thinking when I wrote this. That's part of the problem. Oy. So this is the screen position. This is to determine if it's in the screen. So that's what's making what's outside of the light map brighter. This one's making what's above the Z position of the light map brighter. And then this one, factor. Normal error, that's fine. Light screen position. So that's just determining if it's facing generally the same direction as it was when it was calculated in the depth map. And then I don't know how I got to doing this. We're doing shaders. Because for some reason I wanted to see what the bananas would look like with shadows. But now I'm just messing with the shadows to try to make them look good, because they kind of looked good for a second, and I was hoping that I could make that look good for more than a second. Okay, so this just determines if it needs to be darkened. Less than depth. Wait, I'm just gonna do that either way. Maybe not. If the position Z, if the depth of the pixel times 0.1 might just be able to extend my depth and then raise up the light to a point where you can't get above it, or never mind. I don't remember how I figured this out. Shadow. I don't know why I'm trying to mess with this on a stream. And I should just like keep the light's position static. There's no way that this is interesting. It's kind of just a bunch of numbers. So we can run around within some of the shadow. See, now we're all too low. We're all out of the depth of the shadow map. Everything in the scene is. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm gonna stop messing with this. Let's do a death animation. Player. I feel tense. Because right when I get it's kind of a part of I guess it's my way of procrastinating. No, it's just I've been a little stressed out. Some days are better than others. You can't expect you to be on your game 100% every day. So it is what it is. But we'll hang in there until tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll hopefully wake up and I'll be like, you know, I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to get some stuff done, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Whoever else is here. I mean, it could just be Streamlabs lying to me. I needed to look at the name for it. Nope. Okay. Really? What, I mean, expand on that. Yeah, I don't think today was a good idea for me to do something really intense. I don't think I was really feeling that. I was trying to push through it, but that networking was not happening. Speed. What is speed? 10 times delta time? Let's keep the speed, but we'll say speed equals 0.1 time, well, speed equals delta time. Should you just like spin? Do you want to actually... Self-thought, like your work is your feelings. This isn't gonna work for all situations, but I'm just gonna go for it. Well, we need to be able to set the state to dying, and I also need to stop rendering the shadows. Yeah, it's not nearly as productive. I mean, I don't ever regret, like, trying. It's just I don't get anywhere. So, might as well just stay cool. But I still needed to clock my 3.5 hours for the... Yeah, I already have a code for that. I'll leave 0 self dot set state. I don't know what will happen as a result of that. I have no idea, but we'll go for it. Oh my god, that didn't kill me. Just a moment of silence. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm not going to subject you to that. I just want to have a weird triumphant moment. I dropped a helicopter on my head and it didn't crush me, it just sat there. Okay, well, my state is dead, but... Let's just put all this in a conditional. Oh my gosh. Who's watching right now, by the way? Are we regulars? Or, I mean, I know Jingus is here. Oh shit, I'm in the stream too. Okay, well there's only one other person. Never mind then. You can Just chill with us. Oh, the particle system is still here. Okay, well, at least we have something to show for today, or this afternoon. It works alright. It's gonna be super laggy without, like, the management. Why can I still move? Oh my god. I love this playlist. It's so stupid. Okay, I don't know why I can still move. Why can I still move? Oh, wait. When do we damage? So we self-dot damage, and then we set the state to walking. Damage. damage. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that in this, just to not make it confusing, and then... And let's say my health is 1. There we go. Now an update will just say graphics do animation all the time. Yeah, there we go. That's the... Oh my god, that is depressing. Oh, well, there we go. You can just snap right out of it. That's actually kind of funny. Oh wait, and then if you land again. Then we say let's duplicate some stuff. What time is it there, Genghis? Sorry for calling you Genghis. I don't know how else to call you. There you go, you kind of like sit down in the dirt. Yikes. Oh yeah, I guess you ended it too. Last time. Oh. And like what do you mean? Maybe the power-up time should only go down if you're using your power-up. That seems like it would make more sense. Let's just do little fixes like that. I think the death animation is working all right, but we'll finish that and then we'll do this. But I think that. Hey, Gyros. It's going all right. Today's been a little bit of an off day, but we're getting some stuff done. Whoa! I've never seen that happen before. I don't know what button I pressed. I think I pressed B to spawn another level. Oh, did you? And we've got like multiplayer working. And you spawn bananas when you're flying. Yeah, how are you doing? And the music has been all over the place. Oh wait, we want to set the health regardless, so I guess. Wait, let's just say. Wait, why am I returning something? Me? Are you talking to me? I didn't check it today. I've been working and streaming. So we've got yeah, I mean it's working fine. He sent me a message. Oh shit. Yeah, I got your message. Okay, that is not working. Oh yeah, I didn't realize the... I didn't realize what you were finding so significant about that, but I guess, yeah. That is kind of cool. I mean, I feel the same. Yeah. Holy moly. We shouldn't be able to jump. Should we make the screen turn gray when you die? I'm gonna stick with gray. Or we can just not do any more shaders and keep it simple. What is this playlist? It's fucking weird. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do something like that. We've gone a long time without a... without a point to the game. Maybe the purpose of the game should be just to, like, maybe it should be meaningful in some way. have 2 monitors. Oh my god. Oh, I died. I just have a second one. Let's also, I had an idea of when we like stop driving. Yeah, it's I just have 2 monitors like really close to me, so it's I can, and my camera is centered right in the middle of everything, so it just looks like I'm looking everywhere. You thought there was... Oh. So the vehicle... Yeah, there we go. So now you can... Now you... Oh. Now you have the velocity of the vehicle when you jump out of it. But you slow down. Oh yeah, we're gonna set it so that okay, yeah, you don't have to stay. It's really nice of you to hang out. I like having you, but you don't have to stay. Don't worry about it. Thank you for leaving me. Oh, okay. Well, we've got 15 minutes. Yeah, there we go. So now our power-up only goes down when you're using it. That kind of cool. little bit of progress. Did I grab another? Oh, I must have just grabbed another one, and it didn't reset until... Wait, I'm gonna just blast it off on the ceiling. That's way too much. Power up, there we go. So you get a total of 1 second of thrust. Right? Yeah. Seems reasonable. And then when you get a power up, it needs to reset the power or the GUI for it. It's cool enough. Some progress, some. There we go. And then when you land on a power up, it should reset it back to the top. Oh, or not. Oh yeah, because it's only when it takes a second to activate. Oh, about religion? I don't really belong to any religion. I just think being nice to people is cool. So I try to do that. Just try to be a good person. I feel like that's the purpose of religion anyway. It's just to be a good person, so. Yeah, that's why I was not answering that question. Primarily, just, yeah. But since it's just, I think it's just, just thinking, being a nice person is good. That's alright. I mean, I don't feel like that would offend anybody. So that's why I don't have anything against people of religion. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say, yeah. I do kind of like collecting these apples. It's not something that I would do many times. But it's kind of satisfying. I like the jetpack more than anything. I think we need to... I think a good place for us to be tomorrow is just, or a good thing for us to do, is just sort of clean up the code. Oh, it was a middle of the day stream. Middle of the day streams get way more people watching. And I wanted to save something cool for it. Cool and interesting. What should we do tomorrow? I'll try to end right at 10 o'clock, just so you guys don't have to stay up later than I promised. What should we do tomorrow? Because we, should we work more on the, a map editor? I don't know that I want to take that on. I feel like people like simple stuff more, to be completely honest. Like when I'm trying to do something really complicated, I think people just think, it's just over people's heads anyway. You want to go through my list? I feel like people enjoy watching somebody program when it's something that they can follow along with. Like when I'm explaining stuff with it. You know what I mean? Like if they can just inherently know what I'm doing while I'm doing it, I think that's a lot more interesting than something that's just super confusing. We could work on GUI. I have goal indicator in GUI. So we can make a goal to the game. That would be easy. We could do. I have Trello. It's just old, and I never use it. I have a notepad as well. We can do enemy logic. I feel pretty confident in doing that. If we can set up our enemy class again, because right now the enemy class is absolutely ruined from what we were doing with the network manager. Oh, Guy Ross. Have you seen the multiplayer? It's kind of working. Wait, why didn't that? Okay, I don't know why it didn't register a new client. Okay, well, oh wait, it's behind. We were messing with the server code earlier. I made a backup. And then I did a whole bunch of other stuff. It was just that one script. But it was working before, so. Fix. But that's basically it. You can I'm using, what do you mean? I'm using Twisted. No, I think it's TCP. I actually don't know. I tried to look that up at one point and I just didn't. It's TCP. But I don't know what that means, to be completely honest with you. It just sends messages back and forth in an appropriate manner for me to use. Works well enough. And the animation's kind of like, or the, yikes. Yeah, I don't know. It works. Yeah, I just went off a tutorial at UDPs for games. I would love to know the difference. I don't think that they would be Transmission Control Protocol. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. I could see why that's used for games. Yeah, I wonder if I can just... Yeah, I just read an article online about that. Or a bit of an article. Can I just do this? Could I not find listen? Oh wait. If I go into the application or the network manager, right? Can I just convert this over? Do you think that would work? Connect UDP. It's got different functions. Datagram protocol. Oh yeah, I think it's got different. Yeah, it yeah, I do not do a whole lot of networking. Yeah, it's a completely different protocol, obviously, but they do have support for it. Seems pretty clear that they would. No, I mean like, well, yeah. Yeah, it's 9:56. Go to sleep, Genghis. Thanks for watching. Yeah. It'll be a lot more efficient too. That's cool. A lot faster. It's been like kind of a stressful stream. But I'm feeling okay with the fact that I got through it. We're good. See you, Genghis. Thanks for being here. Oh. What do we want to do? Hey, since you know something about networking, right? If Guy Ross wants to, if you want to hang out for a second. What was it? Google Cloud. How can I host my, well, I don't know if that's something that is what I need. So I need to host a server online for my game. Can I do that with Google something? Somebody's talking about Google Cloud. Can I host an online server with, like, for this, like, written in Python, preferably? I want to use, oh my gosh. Yeah. Heroku? Why is it free? And can you program your own server? Like what I've done here? Like, can I just host it from... Huh. Yeah, I don't, yeah. I'm looking at it and it seems, well, it's good. Well, Python. Cloud platform for building Pythonic apps and APIs using Django, Flask, API Star. I don't know. This seems like maybe more than I want to get into. It says Twisted. That's what I'm using right now. So I don't know. Well, I'll look into it. But that is 10 o'clock. Thanks for your help. I just wrote TCP and I was like, I don't know what that does. But I ignored it because I was streaming, so I was like, meh. It works, so. But now that I know, maybe I'll go in and change it. Feel bad making you guys like watch me do uninteresting things, but I'll try to make it more entertaining for you guys. How about that? Gosh, my hair is crazy right now. All right, well, I'm excited to see you there. What does turbo mean? Never mind. Thanks for joining me. It's nice to see people who I've seen before, for sure. Yeah, and I like seeing you guys talk to each other. Be nice to have new faces. I mean, it's always cool when like new people join and they're really nice, but it is very cool to see somebody coming back. I like that. I like that a lot. So keep doing that. I need to shut down the stream. I could talk all night and just rambling. Music is fucking nuts. Alright. See you later. Oh my gosh, Genghis. Go to sleep. I'll end it. It's done. You can go to sleep now. And this is the least relaxing music. You cannot fall asleep to this. You need to leave. Go to sleep. Turn it off. Okay, but seriously, thank you for coming here. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna go to sleep too. I am spent. I need some food. It was a carrot apples blended together, by the way. My water, my chunky water, it was carrots and apples. And they were a little old. Good night. See you tomorrow, possibly. Alright. For real. Good night. Bye.